I just packed this episode with value and I'm so jacked for you to see it. 3 tips that are gonna save you time, money, blood, sweat, tears, all the different things, but mostly money. It's slammed into this episode. Watch it. Intro. What is this? One seemingly more indestructible than the other. Thanks, man. I love them. I absolutely love them. Orange. Hey, man. They're like, it was really good. Thank you, man. Thanks. New location, Bon Appetit Creamery. Here we go. Oh my goodness.
That's it.
Boom. I love that. I love that place. Love those people.
I'm a Harrisburg historian. I've done a lot of research on Black history in Harrisburg. You name it, I've done it.
Top amazing fact.
Well, one of the things is Burbank. He built this in 1859, the old market. Then he built this one. All the streets over here are named for his children. Tomorrow will be my 88th birthday.
Happy 88? That's fantastic. Here, let me shake hands with you again.
All right.
Thanks again. It's really great to meet you, Caleb.
So the Make Box is a STEM box subscription. Every month you get a little box. So introducing kids to making something out of nothing, you know, getting that critical thinking to think, oh, I can build anything if I just have, you know, a few components and just start putting stuff together with a little bit of guidance so that they can figure that stuff out on their own rather than just kind of being a consumer all the time.
Teaching kids how to create something out of nothing.
I probably should have. But we totally can. I hate that video on that right there.
Devin just told me that he's got a meeting. Where's he at? Just told me he's got a meeting with his developer this coming Wednesday, 9 a.m. He said, I've got to get a new product dropped by Wednesday at 9 a.m. I said, if you don't get that new product dropped by Wednesday at 9 a.m., you got to donate $100 to my favorite charity. And he said, all right, and we shook on it. Boom, get that product launched. You got this?
I'm on it.
All right. All right, we're in this. Part 3, Cap Collective, the launch. So we already established, we launched, we waited too long, we should have been hustling from the beginning. We started hustling, right? We got a huge job. Big 60,000, like it was awesome. You should have seen it. The invoice just kept growing and growing and growing. This is last year. And it was like, this thing's up at like $64,000. And it just was blowing our minds how high, like we had never done a video project that was that big. We ended up at the end of the day, when you took into account all of our labor, all of the subcontractors we paid, all of the assets we had to buy some equipment for it, we ended up making $0. So takeaway number 1, when you're starting up, when you're building a business, if you think you have a profit margin, most likely that profit margin is too low and that puppy needs to be higher, all right? So this goes back to part 1, but get your pricing right. Do some research. If there's another company who offers what you offer and it's like way more expensive than what you're charging, there's a reason for that. It's not because they're greedy. It's because they know that they need to make profit. Profit is freedom. If you want to be able to serve clients, to serve people, to do things, to do what you want to do, to pursue your dream of bringing your product to the whole world, you're gonna need some freedom. And freedom in business is profit. Profit is freedom. That's Simon Sinek, straight up. The second thing is just get everything in writing. Get everyone's roles in writing. You know, if you have accountability goals, get them in writing. You need to be having meetings constantly with your team. Like, everyone needs to be on the same page, okay? That's a mistake we made where it's like, we're just all gonna work really hard and we're just gonna try to get this done. No, that's not enough. It needs to be in writing, there needs to be accountability, and you need to be crushing it on paper and crushing it in your mind, and just crushing it everywhere, all right? That's takeaway number 2. Takeaway number 3, I like how these takeaways are just like coming straight in. That's how we do it. That's how we do this today. Here's takeaway number 3. What was it? Where did I write it down? Oh yeah! Let me tell you the story of why Amber went into labor 2 weeks early with our first daughter, Finley. That day, I got a letter in the mail from the IRS that said we owed the government $15,000 because I hadn't filed our taxes right in 2013. So I filed our taxes in 2013. I did it wrong. Government was mad. The fine was like $3,900 plus all of the interest, like got it up to $15,000 or something crazy like that. That is the price that I was supposed to pay for not just hiring an accountant right away. That night, Amber's water broke. She went into labor. We went in and had Finley Girl 2 weeks early. I think it could have potentially had something to do with that fine that the IRS was gonna give us. So just to clarify, we didn't end up having to give them $15,000. They forgave it. They're like, okay, we accept your apology. So that was nice. If you did learn something, I'd love to know what you learned in the comments. Tell me action steps you're taking. What are you gonna do?